What's happening, guys? Matthew Blackburn here. I want to share a little bit about one of my best friends, Dad Haniger, and I. When we were in college, we did everything together. We had the same room. We had the same roommates, of course, because we all lived in the same place, same classes. We had the same major. We did everything together. And because of that, we always thought we could just be so funny with everything we did. And so we always had these little gimmicks we would do. Like one of them was we wear these same jumpsuits like all the time at classes, just to, I don't know, make people laugh about that. Another thing was he had a bicycle. I went to school at Appalachian State, tons of hills around campus, and we lived up on top of this hill, and I would ride on handlebars. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone ride handlebars on a bicycle, but like this, but I did, and it was so funny to watch. And we used to bomb the hill real fast, and I would just hold on, smiling, sitting up top, and it was hilarious, we thought. But this one day we were coming down, and I'll never forget, we both caught eyes as we're going down, getting close to our classes, to these two grad students. There's these two folks who would go to potentially be our bosses one day, and they made eye contact with us. And they just shook their heads. They're like, oh man, what are we doing? We're such goofballs. What are we doing with our lives? We're about to graduate. We're about to get a job. And here we're the goofballs. And people go to hire us, go to think we're the guys in jumpsuits and riding on bicycles. So we decided to change our ways. We were like, okay, from now on, we're going to time which classes we go to, what clubs we go to. We don't want to be seen together. And so for a little bit, we try to live with the inside of it. Of course, I don't know if you ever felt that way, when you just felt like people were looking at you and you didn't feel comfortable in your own skin, and so you try to adjust and it just doesn't work out. We realize it's not as much fun. And so shortly after that period, we decided just to jump in. We're like, you know what, riding handlebars is so worth it. I don't care about a job afterwards. I don't care if people think we look goofy in jumpsuits. It's hilarious and practical. And so we felt comfortable again in our own skin. And a lot of times I know we go through that as individuals. There's some times we might feel uncomfortable, and we have those moments where we feel really comfortable in our skins. And a lot of times it really happens with us spiritually. To me, a lot of times on those summer trips, when we're around each other so much, man, we start to feel really comfortable who we're really meant to be and who we're called to be. And that was one of the most powerful things Jesus did all the time. When you read the stories of his journeys, he would see someone up in the tree hide, and he goes, come down. You belong. You are perfect. You are beautiful. You are God's creation. He'll meet a woman at the well and felt uncomfortable who she was, and he'll go, come. You are just living a portion of your life. There's so much more. There's life abundant around us. And that's what we're called to be. Every day we have a chance to say yes to this grace. One of my favorite quotes is a guy, George MacDonald. He says, a lot of times we don't get what we want because we don't want the best. And God's only willing to give us the best. I think every day we have an opportunity to get the best, and it comes from us saying yes to this gift and understanding that we are created in God's perfect image and love, and we get to experience that we get to experience and be comfortable in our own skins. And on top of that, a lot of that yes is us saying by having some actions along with it. If we think about the woman at the well, what does she do when she receives this gift from Christ? She goes out and starts bringing other people in. She was selfless immediately. She didn't just hold this gift for herself. And so I think every morning when we wake up, I think it's us saying yes to this gift and feeling the love of God in our lives, and then us saying yes by the action that it has to create us to do, which is us thinking outside of ourselves. So I hope today that we feel that way. I hope we know that we are loved, that we are needed, and that with that we're going to become the hands and feet like we're called to be. Thank you guys. Love y'all.